Hey, thanks for the opportunity to participate in this event. I kind of found out about this very much at the last minute. So it is roughly 5 a.m. here in Los Angeles where I'm based. But I'm thrilled to be participating in this and just giving a chance to kind of talk a little bit more about what we're doing in the virtual production world with HTC Vive. As many of you know, we're traditionally a virtual reality company. I do a poll of hands, but I'm sure a lot of folks there in the audience, you've worn our headsets through the years. If you've kind of dabbled in immersive technologies, storytelling technologies, and the like. Uh, all right, here we go. How's that?
Beautiful.
All right, fantastic. Uh, so like I was saying, us at HTC Vive, we've been in the virtual reality industry for a long time. Even before that, we were a cell phone company. So some of y'all might have had our cell phones kind of back in the day. We still release a handful of cell phones a year, but we've primarily transitioned over into being a virtual reality company. Actually, we've had our kind of hooks and cell phone industry for a long time. If you've ever used the Google Pixel or even the first Google phone, the G1, those were actually devices that were manufactured by HTC, manufactured and designed by HTC. But we're very excited that we're kind of on to this next chapter for our technology with virtual reality. And if anyone has played with our headsets, especially probably in the early or the late 2000 teens, early 20s, you know that there's a variety of different kind of fun things that have been kludged together as it relates to early virtual production with our headsets and trackers. Things from kind of mocap to VCam setups. There's a lot of fun pictures on the internet of people strapping our VR controllers on top of cameras to be able to have this kind of rudimentary VCam solutions. And even those tools were used in films like The Lion King, Jungle Book, Ready Player One, a lot of these kind of seminal works that are often measured as kind of the beginning of this most recent wave of virtual production. And we're excited that we've kind of been a part of the ride this whole time. From that, we learned that there's actually a general interest for this type of hardware. And due to the kind of technology infrastructure that we had with our virtual reality products, we decided to build where we pulled the film industry and really kind of found out what were the missing pieces that were required to create essentially a professional camera tracking solution uh, in order to offer that and kind of provide everything that was missing in regards to this experience with people who were, using our trackers, using our controllers and the like to generate these similar type of systems. And so as a result, we built Vive Mars Cam Track solution. We announced it at NAB in 2022 behind closed doors. We took a lot of kind of industry leaders, put them in this room, showed them this demo, and everyone was really impressed, both by the quality of the camera tracking as well as the affordability of the price. Uh, Unlike a lot of other camera tracking solutions out on the market that I'm not sure what y'all might have there in your facility, uh, but you can spend as much money as you want to hang a solution from the ceiling, be it reflective markers, cameras, etc. Um, and we have found that uh, while that's great for a lot of folks, there is this kind of substantial barrier to entry and we are all about trying to democratize the virtual production space and make this technology much more accessible. Additionally, a lot of education institutions, even independent operators, don't necessarily have the privilege of having a dedicated space. You see this incredible virtual production volume that you're looking at on the screen. This is actually a studio in Taiwan that we're very very close with. If you didn't know, HTC Vive, we are actually a Taiwanese company. And so, that allows us to have access all over the world in regards to teams utilizing our technology. And kind of at what was mentioned in the previous presentation is that, the the secret sauce of virtual production, in my opinion, or the unsung hero is camera tracking. You see these incredible walls, you see the incredible image that, processors like Brompton are putting on these walls, you see these fantastic environments, but a lot of creators don't realize the significance of matching the position of the virtual camera in your virtual environment to the physical position of the camera that you're using on set. Because without that, you get uncanny images, you get warping, you get very you detract from the visual experience. That's really the point. With great virtual production, you don't even realize it's there. And so we have really kind of dove in to make this accessible to everyone, especially education institutions. That is a big focus for us. So potentially for the cost of one of these other solutions, you can buy multiple of our cam tracking solutions and be able to deploy it to a much larger community of creators. Let's see if this video plays.
The launch of our first Vive VR system.
I might suggest you optimize the video when you do screen share.
Inspired us, make it better. Introducing Vive Mars Cam Track. Virtual production made simple. Mars makes pipelines fast, easy, and affordable by consolidating the entire camera tracking workflow with a compact plug-and-play solution.
Oh. All right. Well, I will post that. I suspect that due to my sharing, that the quality is low, but I'll post this link in the chat.
It's pretty massive if you didn't know landscape already, but with
let's just move forward. That's probably better for everyone. You saw kind of a rudimentary version of this diagram in the Brompton presentation. Everyone kind of has their own kind of layout of what the virtual production pipeline looks like, and everyone kind of does a great job of showcasing where their place within it is. What you're looking at here is where Vive Mars traditionally exists within that pipeline, and that is kind of after the environment, but before the the LED wall itself or green screen. What are the advantages that we have with our solution being so agile and so portable is that we still, while LED volumes are incredible, they are all also incredibly expensive, and so we work with a lot of green screen operators as well, broadcasts, like I said, independent operators, people who have converted their garages into green screen volumes, giving them the functionality to be able to have a quality camera tracking solution, to be able to do a lot more than just static images in that green screen volume. Additionally, we have also created a lens encoder. So one of the other kind of shortcomings of filming on a volume a lot of times is that you have this incredible environment, you have this incredible parallax, but you zoom, you adjust the iris, and the background pretty much stays the same. And the exciting thing about virtual cameras is that they can do everything that your camera can do physically. And so by providing this VizTrack lens encoder, we are able to actually push that data back into Engine to allow you to have those same sort of barrel transformations that you're doing on your physical camera in glass in the virtual environment as well. So Vive Mars is built on the same infrastructure, like I said, as our kind of first generation of VR headsets, while the majority of the VR landscape has moved to inside-out tracking, including ourselves with our line of all-in-one VR headsets. This technology is still quite valuable, and we found that the quality of the tracking volume that we have created as it relates to our base station technology lends perfectly to camera tracking, allowing you to create up to a 10 meter by 10 meter volume of tracking that you can use for tracking anything. Traditionally, our users are tracking cameras, but we've also found that a lot of our users like to use it to track lights, to track props, use it as a recenter point, in the world to be able to recalibrate your environment very quickly. And a lot of this is, like I said, been made possible by the leaps in technology that we made with our VR business. The biggest piece of what we're doing is we are very easy to install. Again, you set up your base stations, plug in the Mars box, plug it into your environment, and then as long as your environment is in Unreal, we support Live Link, and then we are very close with Oximetry. We have a great relationship with them. Some of the projects I'll show you later, we actually used Oximetry for, but we also support 3D, which is a legacy data tracking protocol in this space, which unlocks a lot of other softwares that you can use for tracking data. Like I said, 3D has allowed us to participate in the Oximetry ecosystem. I know that there are some users who are pushing this 3D data into places like Maya or other sort of environments. We're working on getting ourselves into Unity as well, which is not so much of a virtual production tool, but is used kind of well known universally across the VR ecosystem. And with the acquisition that Unity made with Weta a couple years ago, clearly they have some interest in regards to this. So we're eager to see where that may lead. Additionally, portability, the ability to to kind of set this up anywhere. While a lot of our users have these kind of dedicated studio environments and kind of permanent settings, permanent setups as it relates to Mars, the agility of our technology is one of its greatest advantages. We have seen our technology used in some very unique spaces. Being able to take an advantage of actual physical props that are in the scene or traditionally immovable, being able to build a green screen around this prop and still be able to track a person interacting with it. Or similarly, corporate communication teams that are going to go into an office set up in a boardroom, hang a green screen, light it, and then be able to do a bunch of kind of talking heads and interview keynote type productions. For us, we're not solely interested in just the cinematic. We're finding that there's a variety of other use cases that our users are utilizing as it relates to camera tracking. Additionally, out of the box, the Mars CamTrack kit comes with 3 rovers, 3 trackable objects. And this is all part of the kind of the low price of $5,000 US, was at roughly 4,000 in British pound. And that allows and this allows you to track multiple objects. Like I said, we've had teams that will use 2 cameras with two frustrums, using one of the trackers just to be able to create a fast reset point for the purposes of resetting. A lot of times when you work in some of these larger environments, depending on the type of pans and whips that you are doing, sometimes your environment becomes slightly askew. And so we found that that it's very important for our users to be able to reset and recalibrate that with the click of a button, which is different than a lot of other solutions out there, where that tracking can take hours, if not days, to properly calibrate. For us, we calibrate very quickly, which you'll see in the next next slide. But additionally, like being able to track multiple objects. One of my favorite kind of uses for the 3rd rover is attaching a physical light to that rover and then attaching a virtual light in Unreal to that same tracker, allowing you to be able to wash your subject with a physical light, illuminating them with the physical light, and then having that virtual light also pass within the environment. So say you're doing searching through the darkness or something like that, you're able to have these really cool lighting effects that are genuinely tracked and create even higher degrees of realism in your shots. Additionally, we've had people put virtual characters, objects like a helicopter or something like that in an environment and move the tracker around and be able to have that sort of movement occurring in the scene. So the potentials in regards to what we are tracking is really limitless. Additionally, like I said, like the one click reset to origin is probably one of our most thanked features that we have. Being able to use one of the rovers as a dedicated origin point and recenter to it with just the click of a button on the Mars box. Soon we'll actually even be allowing you to be able to do that on remote devices. So you'll be able to log into a web page and see the Mars box there and be able to recenter rather than having to go to the box directly. But this provides removes a lot of headache on sets from a lot of the kind of sneaker travel time going back and forth, having to reset environments and the like, allowing you not to lose as much time on the day. And then lastly, like I mentioned, we at the beginning of this year, the end of last year, we announced our FizzTrack, our lens encoder. This is a device that allows you to attach it to the barrel of your lens, and as the lens transforms, spins this wheel. That wheel sends that transform data back to Unreal or whatever engine you might be using to give you that transform data on the virtual lens. And this is for a lot of our users what we were told was the missing piece in regard to what we're offering, and this is also aggressively priced as well. So these tools are made to really democratize this technology and give accessibility to it across the industry without compromising the quality of the tracking. So like I said, we've found that we've been used in a variety of different use cases. You would no surprise, commercials. There's this is kind of an old list, but you know, Car Stage, they do a lot of car process things, a variety of different products and kind of corporate communication type videos utilizing Mars. Some of these stages are actually quite small. So you know, I've seen well, one of these commercials actually filmed uh, is really only on like a 20 or 30 foot wall. So the size that some of these productions are happening in it's quite small, and it's allowing these small to medium studio operators to really unlock a lot of business around what they're doing. Additionally, if you're a fan of Corridor Digital at all, they were kind of one of the folks who gave us great insight in regards to what Mars Camtrack needed to do to be considered a professional class product, and they've been using it exclusively for the second season of their Son of a Dungeon series, which is filmed at their in their studio in front of green screen. And they have all kinds of incredible things in the video that I'll share later. You'll see some clips of their workflow around it, some of the content they've created. And it's just incredible to know that this is a big green screen here in Los Angeles and what they've turned into this incredible, fantastical environment. Additionally, like I said, education is a big focus for us. You know, we see that virtual production isn't going away. It is becoming a more and more ubiquitous paradigm for production. While it's not a silver bullet, there's a lot of incredible things you can do. There's a lot of much more affordable, high quality sort of elements you can create using this technology, and we are all for making this accessible to students and educators, so that you know you can learn this, and we can help kind of launch the next generation of filmmakers with virtual production. And you know, like, and it's been incredible. We're seeing a lot of interest here in North America, in APAC. We're slowly pushing our way into EMEA. So hopefully we inspire some of y'all students to potentially check this out. And we can see what we can do about getting this integrated into the program here. And then probably one of the more interesting things is that we were approached by Blizzard at the end of last year to come on and leverage their Overwatch 2 property, and we created a interactive video booth, like photo booth, but video at BlizzCon, using their actual video game levels, using their characters, I would play this video, but I don't think it's quite optimized for streaming. Um, Allowing general attendees as well as incredibly cosplayed participants to come out and actually get to dance and interact with some of their favorite virtual characters from Overwatch 2. Did we actually get? Okay, we're not getting it. And this is kind of what the BTS looks like in this scene. We showed up at uh, at BlizzCon at the Anaheim Convention Center right next to Disneyland. AOTA was kind enough to loan us two walls and an LED floor, and we were able to create this kind of forced perspective uh, uh, vision of their virtual world, accurately portrayed through the camera tracking. We use set extension as well, so that we could extend the environment to beyond what the limitations of the two walls and floor were. But it was incredible. People loved it. In 2 days, we pushed almost 1,000 people through the experience. They were able to kind of take that experience, text it to themselves, and share it socially. And this was a huge hit and a use case that we never even really thought of in regards to Mars. So we're really excited to see all the potential use cases and content that will come from Mars Camtrack. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, we're not just a VR company. Vive Mars is a tiny team within HCC Vive, but we're really excited to be in this space and being able to kind of rub shoulders with a lot of the bigger players in this space, larger studios, but also being to be kind of at the at the ground truth of this industry, where a lot of kind of new creators are finding ways to engage with this, and allowing us to be able to be that tool that allows them to kind of push their content to the next level. That's what I got.
Yes.
Hey, hello.
Hi. So we're standing in front of an LED wall, which is not designed for virtual production, but hey, it's done the job this morning. I wanted to ask you, and I think I'll stand over here so I can see you. So first of all, we're big fans of HTC Vive because we tried other trackers which are more expensive, and so we just sort of got hold of a couple of Vive trackers, and they seem to work. So that's good. We've got 4 base stations now, and we're looking at getting the fizz thing would be also good. So how do you think your product compares to the likes of the NCAMs and the Mosys and the sort of the established peeps? I'm just sort of interested to see how you place yourself, because it's great for us kind of indie filmmakers, but I wonder how you see yourself in comparison, if that makes sense.
I would say that the only limitation of our product is that we are constrained by 4 base stations. So unlike other products in the market, which can place an unlimited number of cameras in the air or an unlimited number of reflective dots on the ceiling, we are constrained by that tracking volume. But we are finding that this kind of vanity fad of these enormous stages, virtual production stages, is actually starting to go by the wayside. We're starting to see even some of the kind of medium to large stages here in Los Angeles not get booked as much as some of these small to medium stages. A lot of times the term is referred to as an insert stage, where teams will actually come back kind of after they've done a lot of their principal photography to do, like, say, an over the shoulder shot that they forgot to do with their famous actor, and so instead they're going to put someone else in the same clothing, go back to that virtual environment and just film that over the shoulder, or a lot of kind of other sort of photography. Similarly, product photography, commercials, music videos, the like. These are productions that really can leverage virtual production, but don't necessarily need a $100,000 a day virtual production stage to be able to deliver these type of experiences. From a tracking perspective, our community has told us how happy they are with the quality of it. Again, the accessibility. A lot of our partners actually have already invested in these other solutions. And one of the things that we're really interested in is trying to figure out how our ecosystem can also potentially work with these other existing systems. Perhaps you already have a Mosco system for your camera, but Mars could be a solution to allow you to track other objects and the like as it relates to your production at a much more affordable price. And then if you are unable to, if you have not made this investment yet, the Mars is like this great kind of entry level high quality solution. It provides a lot of features that are not available when you just use base stations and trackers. The ability to ingest time code into your feed, the ability to gen lock, so that which becomes much more important when you're using LED walls, so you don't get banding and the like. We found that our solution is very forgiving as it relates to green screens, which is accessible to everybody. And then as you move to more expensive, more professional type settings, we still have the same quality tracking, and that is really appreciated by everyone kind of across the line.
Fantastic. Any questions from the vast swathes of audience in the seminar? Right. Okay. Right, Ray, you got to stay there and pose, and then all the speakers are going to come up on stage, and I guess Jazz and everyone else is going to do some photography.
Nice.
Oh, we'll do what? Yeah.
So how many have you taken?
They take, yeah, I think they're taking millions. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you very much. Thank you, folks. Well done. And thank you.
Yep. Thanks for having me.